All right, guys. By the title of this, I think you guys know what's going to be said. There's no work. We're just going to be talking for a minute.
And I know some people might be like, why are you bringing this up?
Yeah.
Get rid of the drama.
Yeah.
But
So we just went on our trip, our annual trip that we do, and it's J Week. It's my birthday. We go to Colorado. This was our fourth time. It was great, but it was also not great at the same time. We posted Coffee Crockers and stuff, and a lot of people have said, I can't believe you were selfish and didn't go down to your parents. Your dad has cancer, your granny's getting old, your mom's not doing good, you should go see your family, all this stuff, which, yes, I do agree with you. But this is something that we do every year, and to be completely honest, I haven't really heard from my family in the last 2 years. There's been a couple times my mom and I have talked. My dad, I texted him on his birthday, and I've texted him on Father's Day, and he did respond. He did text back, but that's to the extent of pretty much our communication over the last 2 years. And I've texted Jared for months now, and he keeps me involved in what's going on down there. But the thing that kind of sparked it, I guess, was kind of finding out my dad has cancer again. And I found out through Jared. I didn't really hear from my parents about it, and then I would see YouTube videos popping up, and I'm like, man, that's not a good way to find out that your family's not doing well. And getting people messaging me, be like, I'm praying for your family, and I'm like, for what? Like, I'm not sure what's going on, and finding out that my dad has cancer, and I didn't even know. And going on this trip, it gave us a lot of time to think in the car. We've had plenty of time to think over the last couple of years. There's been a couple times I've talked to my mom, and we talked it out, and it actually went really well. My mom and I were just like, you know what? Things happened we shouldn't have had. I'm sorry. She's sorry. We kind of put it out there. Let's just let it go and move forward. And then things kind of got brought up again, and it just wasn't where I wanted to be. So yesterday, I texted my parents and was just like, hey, just curious if you forgot it was our birthday. My mom's not doing as well with her memory, and my dad's not doing well with cancer. And I was just reaching out to be like, hey, it's our birthday. I just didn't know if you even told Jared or anything. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of how the conversation started. And we're kind of calling, try to see if we can't figure out. We had already talked to Jared. We planned on going on a trip down there in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things that we kind of had planned. And so not hearing for my birthday, I was just like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and call. I'm not really 100% sure where I even stand with the family, and I know how I feel, but so I called, and part of the conversation was not good. Part of the conversation was good.
The silver lining of it all would be that there was communication.
There was communication, and that was the first time I've heard my dad's voice in like 2 years, which is not the way you want to hear it, but at least we did. At least we communicated. We got to hear their side of some of the stuff. We got to hear some of our side of some of the stuff. We actually agreed on some of the stuff, and
so throughout it all, you can find a little bit in there.
There's some good in it. It didn't fully come out the way we had hoped, but it is good. And again, we did plan on going down there. After speaking to them, doing this video is a step in hopefully making it right with the family. We all made it public. Our whole everything. Everyone knows we put out videos in the past. My brother Jared put out videos. My brother Matt put out videos. My parents had a channel, and we were under the assumption they were going to put out videos. So it just became a thing where none of us should have done it, and I think all of us agree we shouldn't have done it, but we did, and you can't take it back. The only thing you can do is try to learn and move forward and make it right. And so what we're trying to do with this video is not only apologize to my family, but apologize to you guys. We never should have made it public. We never should have said the things we did. We never should have kept it going. We never should have let comments egg us on. We never should have let people's opinion on the internet about our family egg it on. My family shouldn't have done it as well, and I think they would say the same. Again,
but we're not going to speak for them.
No.
We're just going to speak for ourselves here, which is, at the end of the day, we messed up, and
we want to make it right.
We want to make it right and say we're sorry.
And we do know that a public apology is needed to make it right, not only for my family, but for you guys. We do know, again, a lot of people will be saying, just get to building, why you bringing this up, why you whatever. But at the end of the day, this channel is called The Crockers, and it's about our life. And right now,
something we need to do.
I'm about that point in my life where it's about halfway through, and do I want to live the second part of my life with or without my family? Do I want to know if something happens to my dad or my mom, or something happens to me or Danielle, that they would regret it, or we would regret it, or my, whatever the case may be.
If you guys been watching, I do have an appointment coming up, so we're going to try and start our own little family.
Yes, we don't know whether it'll happen or not, but we don't want our child to not know their grandparents. We don't want my parents to not know their grandchild. We don't want
Crockers, want the Crocker, our little Crocker family.
Yeah,
we
want
Crockers.
We want our child, if we can have one, to know their uncles. We want all of it. And
so what do we need to do to make that happen is, sit here and we need to say we're sorry.
We need to right our wrongs. And I think, again, as much as a lot of people would say we don't need to do this, this is our channel, this is our life that we're dealing with, and at the end of the day, I think people do forget that people who have channels actually are real people, and not only are we apologizing to my family, I would even wrap in your family into this. Some things, were said and done, and how we acted, and stuff that I've said and done. When you get wrapped up in a lot of stuff, I've gone through hell and back on the internet. I've literally gone through the darkest times of my life and the best parts of my life. I've gone from no friends and friends and no friends, and gaining new friends and losing friends, and I had probably the worst reputation on the internet. And there's people that'll watch this video and think that it's fake. There's people on the internet that will come to this video to start more drama. There's people, whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
Some people might say, well, you bringing this up just creates drama.
And I'm sure, but
again,
I'm willing to have the drama brought up in people's eyes that it's not, but I'm willing to have that brought up to try to make it right with my family. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. And it's a very difficult thing to be at this point in our life and only have certain people in our life. And I also would assume my family doesn't want to go live life without their whole family, and maybe at the end of the day, there's people out here watching that are having family problems. I can almost guarantee it. But not having family problems is crazy to even think. When you have a lot of people and a lot of opinions, not everyone's going to see the same. And I'm hoping that maybe this video can help somebody out there as well. It's not easy to apologize. It's not easy to admit your faults. It's not easy to try to live a better life.
Which, again, we've apologized to them as well. But just the fact that it was a public blow-up, unfortunately, it does need to be
a public apology as well. And I would just like to say this too. I really do feel like we've grown a lot, and I would hope that, and again, we can't speak for them, I hope it helps my family grow. I hope it helps my brother grow. I hope it, I know that it's helped us grow in a relationship. It's helped us in our own relationship to know how to handle situations and how to do things. And I hope it comes across and shows people that you can go from your darkest days to better days if you admit your faults, if you admit when you did wrong. Yeah, you have to put yourself out there to make things better. And I hope that this public apology helps my family grow. I hope it's that thing that they need to help go in the right direction.
Move forward.
And I truly
we'll continue to try.
Yeah, and I truly hope that as well, every single person that went through it with us on the internet and has vested your own time into my family, my entire family, I hope it helps y'all as well. And all we can say is we know where our intentions are coming from. We know where our heart's coming from. We know the life we want to live. And
with our family.
Yeah, and I truly hope that this helps and it really puts us to where we need to be to move forward. From here on out, we're not going to talk about it. From here on out, we're not going to bring up stuff. From here on out, there probably will be videos coming out from people that have nothing to do with this. To each their own. My intention here is not to argue with anybody. My intention here is not to make enemies. My intention here is not to stir anything up. It's just to try to right wrongs and hopefully move forward. So this is not our normal video. We honestly haven't even talked about family problems in a long time, and probably a lot of people don't even know why we're doing this. And it's perfectly fine with us because this is our life and this is something that we feel we need to do, and hopefully at the end of the day it'll help my family move forward. And all I can truly say is I'm sorry, and I do thank Danielle for helping me through this. I do thank Danielle for helping me grow as a person. I do thank Danielle for accepting me through all this and my flaws and helping me understand certain things. I truly don't think that I would be sitting here doing this if it wasn't for Danielle. And that just proves to me that I made a good decision and I have a good wife and I do have a good person. Try not to cry. I do have a good person to be my partner. So I'll just leave it at that.